morning, MHS. It's Friday, and welcome to the February 24th edition of The Pulse. I'm Cameron Wazalowski.
And I'm Jenna Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. This week on The Pulse, we will give you an exclusive look on the future of Power Hour and what it means for students.
And we highlight one of Manchester's strongest athletes and his journey to success.
Lastly, we'll show you how the community is working hard to give back to an extraordinary staff member.
All this and much more coming up on this week's edition of
The Pulse. February 2nd is a very special day for Manchester. Every year, media from all around the state flocks to the Lutz Museum to witness a one-of-a-kind event, broadcasted live throughout Connecticut, Groundhog's Day. Ben Mushinsky battled his way through the press to bring us the story.
The Patriots by 8. No, not the Super Bowl.
Manchester's own Chuckles VIII has been predicting weather and football games for only a few years. But on February 2nd, hundreds of people woke up early to find out if Connecticut's official groundhog would see her shadow.
And Chuckles not only represents Manchester, represents the state of Connecticut.
The Lutz Museum was once again the host to hundreds of adults and children alike who
really wanted to see the groundhog.
Chuckles, however, is no ordinary groundhog. When she was a young child, she was found in a mall parking lot, injured and without a mother.
She was a pathetic little girl. She was lost and lonely.
The Lutz Museum brought the orphan in and was able to help Chuckles VIII recover, yet she was still unable to return to the wild, so she started a new career in weather.
She's grown. She's quite sociable now. She likes people.
And the people like her. It was a full house for the 2017 ceremony as guests enjoyed a variety of activities while waiting for the big prediction. At 6:45, a crowd gathered in front of the stage, and people everywhere turned on their television to see what Chuckles would say.
I got it. All right, there'll be a lot of unhappy people on the ski slopes. We're getting an early spring!
But it's about more than the prediction. Chuckles has had a lasting impact on the museum and the community.
Having the official Connecticut State Groundhog here at the museum brings a lot of people in. They're very excited to get a chance to meet Chuckles and to interact with her, especially on Groundhog's Day.
The Lutz Museum offers a unique experience where guests not only get to see the groundhog, but can also learn about Chuckles and other animals. As museum worker of 27 years Liz Clark points out,
She beats Puxatani all the way.
From injured orphan to expert meteorologist, despite the snow on the ground, Chuckles the Groundhog has just predicted early spring for the second year in a row. From the Pulse and the Lutz Museum, this is Ben Mushinsky reporting.
Since Chuckles was adopted by the Lutz Museum 5 years ago, this furry friend has touched the hearts of hundreds of people in the Manchester area. For more information on Groundhog's Day, go to thelutzmuseum.org.
Manchester takes pride in its rigorous academics and diverse backgrounds. When a niche report was found listing the school district less than average, questions were raised. Niche.com is a website that annually analyzes public data sets and reviews to accumulate a ranking or report card for every school across the United States. This year, Manchester High School fell into a rank far below the school's true integrity and educational value. Chris Pagano investigates just how reliable these rankings are and uncovers the true value of Manchester High.
Every year, Niche.com releases a list that ranks all of the public high schools in Connecticut. On this year's list, Manchester High School slotted in at 85th out of 100. Most of the information provided by Niche.com is self-reported and in many cases inaccurate. For example, Niche.com stated Manchester's graduation rate to be 87%, but in fact, MHS had 91% of its students receive diplomas this past year. Niche also reported 11.1% of students enrolled in AP-leveled courses, but according to administration, MHS had 17% enrolled. With these improved statistics, Niche's academic ranking improves to a B, which then improves the school's teacher ranking to a B, college readiness to a B+, and an overall ranking to a high B+. This new and improved overall grade places Manchester High School as the 53rd ranked public high school in the state, much higher than 85th, the previous ranking. Looking beyond the statistics, Manchester High School has so many unique qualities that are often overlooked, including our strength as a community,
Everybody's willing to support one another in any way that they possibly can.
The support provided for our students and faculty.
The culture of teaching here is to really care about students above and beyond academics.
And the unlimited opportunities provided for students to discover themselves and their passions.
Create new classes that have been available to students, things like Rhythm of the World and Pack Humanities, where we could make students come alive in a particular classroom and demonstrate their understanding in authentic ways that really speak to them.
Regardless of our ranking, it's important to remember that the value of a school goes far beyond just numbers. It's the experience that it provides for its students that matters the most. From the Pulse, on site here at Manchester High School, this has been Chris Pagano reporting.
It's important to acknowledge that Manchester High School is a high school of great merit and ranks well beyond those numbers to both its students and faculty.
For the last 3 years, administration has provided MHS students with an hour in the middle of each day to help improve the quality of student life. Power Hour provides dedicated time for lunch, enrichment, activities, or receiving extra help from teachers. Kyle Smith brings us an update on the newly installed changes that affect Power Hour.
Every day at 11:15, students are dismissed from classes with the intention that they will utilize this time to benefit their personal education, while also incorporating necessary times for lunch.
These last 3 years, it gives me time to go see my teachers. I meet with them, especially when I miss days or miss assignments or need extra help on assignments.
However, it has been noticed by administration that many students are abusing this privilege, causing the school to introduce a Power Hour recovery plan.
The goal when Power Hour was started was to give kids opportunities to get a lot of things done during the school day, whether it's extracurriculars or academics. And I think there are plenty of kids who use it that way, but I think there's significant numbers of kids who aren't using it that way.
This new proposal includes multiple implications for students who are failing one or more classes.
You know, students who are failing 3 or more classes are assigned to a room during Power Hour. The first part, they still get a lunch break where they go 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you have 2 or more Fs, you're in there Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 days a week. If you have 1 failing grade in any of those courses, you've met with an administrator and a counselor and you've developed something called a Power Hour log, and you go and you actually see teachers during Power Hour with a plan and they sign off on that log.
And a revised Power Hour policy also means teachers have revised Power Hour responsibilities.
Power Hour recovery is a good idea, in theory. Definitely, sometimes Power Hour is not used how it was intended to be used.
What we need to do is figure out how do we move students to a point where they are successful across the board.
It really is a privilege, and I think that it should be treated that way.
I think for this recovery plan, I think it's a good first start.
It's a great opportunity for kids to improve their grades, for the kids who need it.
Power Hour is without a doubt a vital part of every student's life, and these new rules prove just how important it is to be respectful and kind. From the Pulse, this has been Kyle Smith reporting.
These adjustments are going to stay in place until the end of the year, so that students can stay on track and use it to their advantage.
Basketball, swimming, track and field. These are all very popular winter sports in the MHS community. However, one student has decided to take the path less followed. Axel Miazga has worked very hard in an unconventional sport, powerlifting.
Powerlifting. It takes more than just physical strength. You need to be willing to push your body to the unthinkable. MHS senior Axel Miazga does just that. He has been powerlifting for 2 years and trains hard at Big Sky Fitness to become one of the best in the state.
Really, it's just seeing myself being able to push my body past its breaking point and then just growing, really. I just hate being small.
Axel powers through some gruesome weight workouts almost daily, lifting more than 3 times his body weight. This intense training regimen plays a key role in how he competes in tournaments.
Usually I'll train for about 3 hours, give or take, but there are some days when I'll go like 1.5 or 2. It basically just depends on what I have planned for that day and then what my goals are.
Axel currently holds 5 powerlifting records, a testament to his extreme work ethic in the gym.
Currently I hold the state record for the bench press single press, deadlift, raw total, and squat for the Teen 2 rod division.
Having worked out with Axel for the past 6 months, Andy Weeks has seen significant improvement in Axel's physical strength.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed a ton of improvement in Axel's performance since I started working out with him. You know, he's broken state records as well as personal records in, you know, deadlift, bench press, all that. He's just really motivated, dedicated, and he helped me get to the gym too, so it's good.
On Sunday, February 12th, Axel competed in several powerlifting events, breaking the deadlift record for his weight class by 55 pounds.
Axel is fully committed to being one of the top powerlifters in Connecticut. Hopefully, his hard work and dedication can pay off in future events. Right here from where it all started for Axel and the Pulse, this has been Lucas Bolduck reporting.
Congratulations on these amazing records, Axel. We know there are many more to come.
Each morning, a very special person navigates the halls of MHS to hand-deliver homemade treats to faculty members throughout the school. The incredible baker behind these tasty treats, Miss Tracy, a paraprofessional who celebrated her 90th birthday on Wednesday. In honor of the countless baked goods she gives out and her incredible generosity, the MHS community came together to give her a birthday present to match.
On Friday, February 17th, teachers gathered in room 293 to celebrate the 90th birthday of our beloved Mrs. Tracy. Betty Tracy is a para here at MHS and spends her days helping students and inspiring teachers and staff with her kindness and generosity.
Before I begin, 'cause I've got you under my skin.
I'm so grateful that I've gotten to work with Betty Tracy. She's one of the gems of Manchester High School, and I just wish her all the best. And her energy is awesome. She's an inspiration to all of us.
If you have that student that needs a little more nurturing or just needs someone to help them feel a little more comfortable, Miss Tracy's always there to make them feel a little more comfortable.
The most I remember about working with Betty was her sincerity and her desire to learn. She was literally a part of my class. She participated in class discussions and surprised me even with her desire to do homework assignments.
She serves as a wonderful example to everyone, my students, the faculty. She's just probably the most positive individual I've ever met, regardless of the circumstances.
She is a human being that words can't describe. I mean, she really does care about the students, the school, the community, teachers, the passion that she has. I can't wait till I'm 90, and I hope I have that same passion and commitment that she does to life. So here's to another 90 years.
Happy birthday, Betty. We love you.
Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. Happy birthday.
Quite frankly, I don't think you could ask for a better contributor to our community. And so happy birthday to Miss Tracy.
Happy birthday, Miss Tracy. You are such a sweetie pie. We hope we keep you around for many more years.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Tracy. And from the Pulse, this has been Matthew Barnwell reporting.
I mean, I'm good for surprises, but nothing like this.
Well, enjoy. All right.
Happy birthday to Miss Tracy from all of us here at The Pulse. We wish you many more that are just as sweet as your treats.
And you know, speaking of extraordinary staff members, Manchester has been celebrating the life of one of our most beloved security guards. Here in the studio, we have Pat Doherty, a Pulse reporter who recently attended the benefit concert for Mitch.
Thanks, Cam. Manchester High School lost more than just a security guard over a month ago. And over these tough times, the community has come together to support and honor Big Mitch. On Tuesday, February 2nd, members of the Manchester High School community gathered in Bailey Auditorium. But this wasn't for any regular concert. It was for a benefit concert, giving back to someone who gave so much to each and every one of us.
He was like a father figure. Like, he was very trustworthy. You could talk to him literally about everything. Like, it doesn't have to be just about school. It could be about your situations at home or at work.
Mitch was more than just a security guard. He was known as the glue that held the Manchester community together.
He tried to take his time to talk to everybody one-on-one. Like, if he knew you were going downhill, he will mention it. He will tell you how to get back up. If he sees you're progressing, he'll mention it.
Each student is honoring Mitch in a different way. For the boys basketball team,
what we did to honor Mitch this season is like, before we break down to go out to practice or to a game, we'll say Mitch on 3, or like right now we're wearing the t-shirts and stuff like that. So we just dedicate our whole season to Mitch. It's just, from here on out, it's just for Mitch.
The football team also dedicated an award to their biggest fan.
Well, Mitch was a really big part in the football team's life. You know, he was always at the games. He was always had his little sayings for each one of us, you know, to get us pumped up for the game, you know, get us focused in.
But it all came together on that Tuesday night, where thousands of friends, colleagues, alumni, and students came together to honor Mitch in their very own way.
What a life to take, what a bond to break, I'll be missing you.
As you know, there have been many different fundraisers, including the benefit concert, that have impacted Mitch's family. The t-shirts that you saw the basketball team wearing were on sale, along with wristbands that helped raise money for Mitch's family.
The camaraderie the Manchester community has shown these last couple of weeks have been amazing, and these recent fundraisers have been an incredible testament to the strong values Mitch instilled in the community.
Well, that's all we have for you this week, Manchester. Thank you so much for joining us.
If you have any suggestions for stories that we may have missed, email Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org or visit us in the communication suite.
If you're interested in learning more about The Pulse, checking out our crew, or viewing some of our other projects, visit mhstelevision.com.
Hey, if you just can't get enough of MHS News, check out our school newspaper at mhsharbinger.org.
And of course, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook at MHS Red Prod. I'm Cameron Wozolowski.
And I'm Jenna Kelly. This has been
The Pulse.